Hi there, Pisces. This is your mid-May reading for 2017. It is a general reading and will not resonate with all Pisces sun signs, so I do encourage you to watch your moon and rising signs as well for a broader perspective of what mid-May is going to bring for you. I also want to thank you all for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing my videos that I've put up thus far. I really appreciate it and absolutely love reading the comments that all of you leave. It really lets me know that I am reaching out and touching people's lives and helping them, even if it's in the smallest way. It makes me feel good about what I do. Anyway, Pisces, on to your reading for mid-May. Okay, in the bottom of the card, we have the Lovers. Okay, Pisces. First thing that comes up is the Nine of Swords. And it is paired with the Seven of Swords. What I'm feeling is that I think there's going to be some hurt, emotional hurt for some of you for not just mid-May, but I feel like it's kind of continued from the start of May, possibly going into June and possibly throughout June. I feel like there is some kind of um, betrayal of sorts going on here. Maybe you've begun a relationship with someone that you thought was going fairly well, and it's not turning out that way. This is reading more like a story than the other signs here. So we're starting with the Three of Cups. So that's telling me that things are feeling great. I feel like you're really connecting and at a really good high point in your life. Things seem to be coming together. You can look forward and see great things happening throughout the summer, into the fall. You're making plans. Everything feels really good. However, when you spend time alone, I feel like this Wheel of Fortune makes a lot of sense here because I think that on the surface, even though you feel like everything is going really well, a part of you knows that something isn't right. But I think that you're trying to dismiss that pessimistic side of yourself and trying to say, don't always look to the negative side. Just because things are going good doesn't mean that something bad is going to happen. And you're trying to talk yourself out of feeling that. But in this case, I think you're right to feel those things. I'm really feeling like there's some betrayal coming up for you with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Because I feel like there's going to be news coming in. So the Page of Swords is here. And that is paired with the Page of Pentacles. So maybe you've been seeing someone that's younger than you, or maybe you're just going to be getting news from someone that's younger than you about this situation. Maybe this person knows that the person you've been talking to has also been talking to a bunch of other people, or knows that even though you're in a committed relationship, that this person has kind of been wandering and maybe hooking up with some other people. Regardless, I think that somehow, maybe it's through a text, maybe it's through Facebook, somehow you're going to be given a message that maybe this happiness isn't quite what it is on the surface. That whatever's going on underneath and what you really do feel deep inside is actually happening. So there is going to be some emotional turmoil going on. Like I said, it could have already started, but I do see it going on to later in June. And as some of you probably already know, when I get two court cards together, because they do often represent people, I pull another card as a clarifier so that we also can look at the situation. And the clarifier card here is the Eight of Pentacles. And as soon as that card came up, the phrase that I heard was back to the drawing board. And I think that you've been back to the drawing board quite a few times. It's a place that you're comfortable. You might not like it there, but I feel like you're comfortable there. You know how it works. You kind of get into your own space and your own routine there. But I feel like there's been so many times where you think, okay, this time it's going to work. And not necessarily just with relationships, but I just feel like you've had to start over or start fresh so many times that you know the routine. You know what it means to start again, to try to figure it all out again, to relearn what you were supposed to learn in the situation. So although this isn't the greatest of readings, I just feel like it's letting you know, okay, you're not on the right track. Start again. And at least it's only going to be a couple of months instead of years of your life down the drain. I'm also going to pull a few cards from messages from your animal spirit guides for clarification, validation, or additional information. If you have been talking to or dating someone that has kids, it may even be one of the kids that are contacting you to say, like, hey, I really like you, but I want you to know that my mom or dad is also seeing other people because I don't want you to be hurt. Or maybe they're just reaching out and saying, hey, are you seeing someone else too? Because mom or dad is just kind of giving you a heads up. And maybe they're too young to realize how much of an impact that is having on you. But I think that they have the best of intentions when they tell you what they tell you. So the first card, the Weasel. How appropriate. And Weasel says to just pay attention and observe what's going on. Know the physical feelings and know what's happening in and around you. So just kind of take a step back and be aware. Try to not be fully in this until you know what the whole situation entails. Next, we have Ladybug. And Ladybug doesn't quite fit into this reading, but it says that it's a time of good fortune and abundance. So you will be receiving good things in life. Perhaps this is just saying that while you're going through all this, maybe there's going to be more work for you, which means more money for you. Maybe perhaps what happens is while you're trying to get over this situation, you just get out of town for a little while and maybe you do meet someone that's actually right for you. So even though this situation might not be perfect or even good for you, it could lead to something that is good for you. And finally, we have Platypus. And Platypus message says, stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. That does seem a little harsh to me. I don't think it's necessarily just stop complaining. I think that it means kind of go inside and really assess what's going on. think about the good things in your life. Maybe this relationship has been taking up a lot of your time. You've been spending more money than you normally do. So, with this separation going on and the ability for you to kind of get your mind off of it by working, you are increasing your finances and helping that situation in your life. So, that is a blessing for you to be focusing on. Um, the other card that I just pulled for a little bit more clarification is Kiwi. And Kiwi is about doing walking meditation. And again, really going inside and thinking about the situation for what it is. It may be hard to take, but in the long run, it's better that you figure this out now. So, Pisces, I always seem to be giving you not so great news. Being a water sign, you tend to be a little more emotional than some of the other signs, and you really take things to heart. And maybe that's why some of these readings are coming up as being a little harsh, because maybe that's the way you're perceiving them, whereas some of the other signs might just look at it for what it is and let it go. It's not a bad thing that you feel things a little more deeply, but it just takes more for you to sort through it and to assess your feelings about certain situations. So do try to meditate a little more. Look at what blessings and abundance you have in your life. Look at your friends, look at your career, look at what you actually have, and focus on that while other things are phasing in and out. If you would like a private reading, you can contact me at traveler1230@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment for me and I will get back to you and we can set up a date and time that works for both of us. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying your May, and I will see you back here in June.